before I heard about the soft second mortgage program, I was actually doing tons of research on how much house I could afford based on my income, based on my credit score, and all of this information only amounted to maybe a $50,000 home, you know. And so I'm like, and so I said, okay, well, maybe this is what God wants for me right now. So I started looking at the $50,000 homes and realized that it takes maybe another $50,000 worth of work and money that I didn't have just for the house to be livable. So I said, this is not, this is not, I don't know if this is for me, or if, I don't know if this is the right time. And so what I ended up doing is I waited and waited, prayed about it. I went to church maybe 3 or 4 months later. When I was in church, the pastor was saying, now is the time, now is the time. And I knew that he was speaking about home ownership. And I had been eyeballing this house in particular. Happened to drive by one day, and a realtor was showing the house off to someone else. So I asked if it was okay if I, you know, just came in and looked at the house while they were showing it off. And she said it was fine. And as soon as I saw it, I thought it was absolutely beautiful. But of course, I knew what I could be approved for based on my income and my credit score, and nothing about this house said that I could afford the house. So it was just a dream. It was just a dream. It wasn't something that was tangible at that point. So I just admired from a distance. And then I went home and heard about the soft second mortgage, went ahead and applied, not really knowing what it would amount to. And lo and behold, once all of the paperwork worked out, this house was in reach for me. It was absolutely affordable for me. The first thing I did as soon as I left NDF is called a realtor to lock it down. And so immediately, I mean, like maybe less than an hour, we had the paperwork signed and I had already put an offer on the house. And so it felt like it was becoming real, but because I didn't have keys, I'm still thinking, oh, well, there's a possibility that it won't, you know, happen or whatever. But 3-4 months later, everything that God spoke to me about this being the house, this being the time, came to life, really, because that process started in November and I got my keys in March 11th. And it was a long process, but it was absolutely worth the wait. I mean, you can look around and see that. So I'm grateful.